to another edition of Live Out Loud podcast right here on Facebook and YouTube. Hope everybody's having a great day. I'm Scott.
I'm Gary.
And we're glad you guys could join us. We are here with our new day and time. It seemed to work pretty good last time. We're going to stick with our Monday nights at 7 o'clock. And every once in a while, we're going to... okay.
I got it.
You got it. Every once in a while, we're going to have to do our show like from my home studio, Gary's home studio, instead of being in the regular Live Out Loud studios. But we're still with you, and we're here, and it just means Gary and I. This is good because Gary can't hit me when I say something stupid now.
No, but I could save it. I'm
what,
taking
you save
notes.
Them all up?
I am. I'm taking notes right here. I'll show you right here. That's one right there. So I've got.
we're already terrific. We're already up to one hit.
One hit. Remember when we used to do dollars?
Yes, but I went broke. That's why I had to get rid of. That's why I had to give up on Frankencar there because I went broke with all my cursing and everything. Okay, we've got a lot of people joining us already. Lynn is out there. Hi,
nice.
Lynn.
All right.
Janet.
My favorite Karen.
We've got Sandy. My mom. David is with us, and Karen.
David, of course, with us. Yay, David.
Yes, David, and I assume Edie's probably close by as well.
How come I don't see David? Why don't I see these people?
I don't know. You know what you need? One of those romper room mirrors.
Really?
Remember the romper room mirrors? You need one of those mirrors that you can look in and say, I see Janet and Sandy and David and Lynn.
Oh, I see him. I see him now.
You see him
David
now.
and yeah, I see David. Hi. And David said, hi, Janet. Janet's there. Okay,
Janet says she sees David. Everybody sees David but you.
Everybody sees. I see him now.
You see him now. Okay.
Yeah. I got this big sign that says, you're in the show. Everybody can see and hear you. That's, oh my gosh.
All right.
Terrific. Nobody can see me now because I'm getting my coffee.
I can't believe you're going to get your coffee right now. Oh my goodness. All right. I want to thank everybody for coming in and joining us, and hopefully everybody's having a great Monday. I know traditionally
I didn't hear anything you just said, and maybe I should. It's a good thing because I would have to mark down another hit.
I was just saying, Gary, I was being very kind. I didn't say anything about you wandering off the show like a Alzheimer patient there.
And there it is.
Yeah, to get the high test coffee, Janet says. Absolutely. I was saying, Gary, that we hope everybody's having a wonderful Monday.
Yes, we do.
Two words that do not collide in a sentence very often, wonderful and Monday.
That's right.
But
like sober weekend.
Yeah, exactly. But since we're doing this on Monday night, it's a celebration that we actually survived our Monday.
You're moving.
So I know. I'm like this. There's an earthquake at my house. That's why.
Oh, I see.
Okay,
you're awfully calm for an earthquake.
Well, yeah, we know me. I'm just all. I'm a duck, man.
Smooth.
I'm a duck. I'm smooth on the top, but paddling like a son of a bitch underneath. All right. Yeah, everybody's coming in. Today we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some trivia. We're
quack
gonna do a little
me
bit
up.
of that. But before we get into that, a couple little housekeeping duties to mention. And the first off is, of course, thanking our sponsor, Addiction Training Center, and ATC Partners for sponsoring our show and taking care of us. And one of the reasons that we do this show, Gary and I are both passionate about making sure that people get help when they need help, whether it's mental health or more importantly with addictions. Addictions has been, I don't know, it's taken a backseat to a lot of the world politics now, and there's a lot of things, but there are more people dying on the streets. There's more people dying in homes. There's more people dying in their cars than ever before thanks to addiction. And this is something that all we need is enough people to care enough to reach their hand out and do something about it. So we beg you, get involved. If you know somebody who needs help, please get them the help that they need. Do not wait.
Do not wait.
Do not just put it off, and do not think that it's no big deal. There are things out there like fentanyl now that'll kill you faster than you could possibly believe. And everybody who thought they had time's up. We're out of time. It's time to help people. If you want to know more about it, you can go to atceducation.com, or if you want to directly talk to anybody, you can call Karen at 786-514-0893. Those of you who know the show, you know Karen and Gary and I, all part of ATC, and just really, it's a passion for us. And, I mean, what else can I say, Gary? It's important, isn't it?
We like to see people clean and sober.
Absolutely. And having fun with their lives. Being clean and sober is not a sentence. Being addicted is a sentence. Being addicted and being a slave to alcohol and drugs is a sentence. That is a bad thing. Being sober is a freedom. Being sober is I can do what I want. I can be what I want. Gary, I applaud the work that you do at FHE and the people you work with.
Of course, as I do you.
The joy you bring to people is fantastic.
I'm very lucky when it comes to that.
Your life is not boring. Your life is not boring. You live a sober life, and you're not boring.
No. As a matter of fact, I have more fun than when I wasn't sober.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I can appreciate it. You see, the problem with most of the people that I work with who are working on becoming clean and sober is that they don't remember most of the times that they had when they weren't sober.
Yeah.
And now I get to meet all these people when they're clean and they're detoxed and they're coming out of detox and they're working on staying sober. And I find these wonderful people that don't get the chance to show how wonderful they are because they're usually not themselves.
Right.
It's better when you're yourselves and become sober, become the person that you were meant to be.
And given even the possibility that they may have a blessing in their life or something good might happen, they're oblivious to it. Right. They're oblivious.
Bridget's with us. Hi, Bridget.
Whereas being clean and sober is a whole different animal where you can embrace every moment, laugh, and really laugh, real laugh, not drunk laugh, real laugh.
Yeah, because when you're drunk, you're just laughing at everything.
Yeah.
And you can appreciate life.
It's just a chemical reaction, not coming from you. But anyway, so please, if you want to get involved, you want to help some people out, that's what Addiction Training Center is all about. And that's what we're all about.
That's right. And you can help people out. I mean, you can be one that can save a life. I got to say hello to Bridget. Hi, Bridget. I don't know if she heard that earlier, but I'm really glad she joined us.
Absolutely. Bridget, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it's and there's Karen saying awesome. And Karen is the guru. I mean, if you need help, if you need someone if you're if you have that problem, if you have a problem with getting sober, if you have a problem with somebody who needs to get sober, this is the woman to talk to. She is phenomenal, as you are, Scott. I mean, I learned everything that I know from you and Karen. Well, so if you need to get clean, sober, if you need some help in any way, whether you want to help somebody else or whether you want to help yourself, make that call. Absolutely.
And we all have our special gifts that we bring to the table. And Gary, you especially with your with all of your talent and your heart, the huge heart that you have. So we appreciate that. And all of you, Bridget says hi, Gary. She's giving you a direct shout out there. So there you go.
I'm on the air. Yay. Yay.
Okay. So that's what we do. And that's why we do this podcast, to show you that life is not boring. There's so many things going on. Real quick, let's touch base on what we've been up to personally. Gary, your bands are starting to play again. You and I went out to see GDR the other day. Saw a lot of our friends in GDR and, all that stuff. But how about you guys? What do you got coming up with Wolfpack?
Wolfpack is going to be at the Hard Rock next weekend, or I guess it's this weekend. Isn't it this weekend? Let's see.
Is that rooftop?
It is this weekend at the rooftop. Yep.
That's this weekend. Which day is that?
Friday,
rooftop. Saturday?
It's Saturday night. And Friday night, I am at Tom Finnegan's. It's a Irish pub in
Wait
Boca
a minute.
Raton.
You say I'm going to be at Tom Finnegan's, then you have to tell us it's an Irish pub. You didn't have to tell us that.
I think
Tom
it's
Finnegan says it all.
yeah, it does.
It's like, geez, I wonder what that is. It must be like a
I
lawyer's office. No.
yeah, it just sure does. Manly, yes, but I like it too. Um, that's the only Irish accent I got.
I would whistle the tune, but I can't whistle when I'm laughing. So it's. Natalie says, "You guys are terrific. We're both
Natalie's
watching
back.
you." Natalie.
Oh, that's a big thing. This Wednesday, it's Tom's birthday, and we're celebrating at Caleppi's Wednesday night for Tom's
right.
birthday. Tom likes birthday.
Is there going to be cake?
Are you kidding me? Yeah, there will be a cake. I'm sure there will be a cake. Oh, it's Tim Finnegan's. Okay. It's not Tom Finnegan's. That shows you how well I know it. No, there will be a cake. There will be a cake. And Tom is going to be 64. 64, baby. We got a special song for him. I wonder if you can guess what that is.
Losing my hair. I was
Michelle's
just watching Sgt. Pepper's. That's funny. Michelle's with us. Thanks for joining us, Michelle.
Michelle, I haven't seen Michelle in a while.
Yeah, apparently when you're at Finnegan's Get the Fish, they got the best fish, according to Janet. So you got a couple of gigs coming up, and that's good. Anything else musically?
Musically, I got a show coming up. I don't know when, but it's coming up soon with working with Jody, who is a first responder and one of our business associates.
Yes. He's working with our nonprofit, One Brother, One Sister, helping first responders with addiction and mental health issues. So that's important. Yeah. That's terrific. That's terrific. So, and now you got Tammy back, because the last time we were together, you were carrying around a stick with Tammy's head on it. Well, I should say that different than that. It sounds like a serial killer.
No.
Like, yes, I killed her.
I still have it. As a matter of fact, if you look in the back.
There she is. You got her leaning up against the door.
You could see it. Yeah.
That's right. That's where the umbrellas and Tammy goes. Okay. Well, that's good.
If I'm a good boy, sometimes she'll sleep in the bed with me. Otherwise, she's over by the hat rack.
What we got here? It says, so I guess Tom or Natalie said, just a minute, I'm still 63. I guess that's Tom, right?
I bet you that was Tom that writing that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is Emily. Oh, okay. This is a friend of mine, Emily. I wanted to pop in and say hi. Good to see you, Scott. And hello to Gary.
Hello, Emily.
She says, you're nothing but good vibes, Scott. Emily, love you. She's a great girl. I'm very proud of her and everything she's done. And she's out there living the good life and the good lifestyle now. And I'm proud of her. And I'd love to see you soon. Hopefully we'll get together. Hopefully we'll get together and go out and see some music or something.
And there's Jill.
Hi, and there's Jill.
Hello,
now,
Jill.
Just saying, we just got to see them at Greatest Decades
just
of
talking
Rock,
about GDR
a week ago or so, and we had a great time that night. Couldn't stick around that long, Gary. You had something to do, and I had to get ready for business stuff.
I had a rehearsal with Wolfpack, and when David Wolf says there's a rehearsal, your life is in jeopardy.
But Jill killing it as always. Just one of the most energetic people on stage.
We have the same stage. We have the same stage show.
You do,
Jill and I. We went to the same school for stage entertainment. She
dances like you try to dance. Okay, let me make sure she dances like you try to dance, but it works on her. When you do it, it gets kind of creepy when the hips start swaying. You're good until you start swaying your hips, and then it gets weird.
I think that depends on.
Keep it all above the waist, buddy. All above the waist.
I don't know. I think that depends on the. I got nothing. Never mind. I got nothing. All right. So should we get into the depth of the show and what we're doing today?
So you've got your music. David is asking if there's any new artwork that I've put out there. And as some of you know, I just started painting a couple of months ago.
Incredible. You have some pictures with you?
Yeah. I could give you a quick preview of the work that I've done. This is my first painting was Elvis. By the way, all these paintings now can be purchased in limited prints. I've got posters. They're large, like theater style posters of the artwork. They are numbered and signed. And if you want to purchase any of these, they are for sale. So I did Elvis, and then I had my Jim Morrison.
You could probably request
my Tom Petty, and this is Freddie Mercury. And this guy, I can't remember his name. That's Gary Wayne right there. That is the one and only Gary.
That's the guy that moves his hips real good.
This is David Bowie. Some people probably haven't seen David yet. And of course, this is my last one that I've completed, which is Jimi Hendrix. And I am currently working on Stevie Nicks, and she will be done in a few days. So,
that's a sentence right there. I am currently working on Stevie Nicks.
I have been working on Stevie Nicks for years, and she has not returned my call. I'm telling you right now, I'm starting to feel some kind of way.
That's right. It depends on the viewer, the person who's watching me shake my hips.
Thank you, Jill.
Tammy likes the way I move my hips.
I'm glad you guys all like it. So again, if anybody wants to purchase one, just let me know. But I'll be putting my work out there.
Or if you have a request, if you have somebody that you'd really like him to do, like for instance, if you wanted Robert Plant done, that might be a good suggestion for him to do. Or let's say you want him to
or the Threedles.
I'm surprised you haven't done Neil Diamond, since you're such a Neil Diamond kind of guy.
But he doesn't fall into that category of rock and roll hero.
This
is kind of he's not a hero of rock. He's more like he's like the Valium of rock.
For crying out loud, branch out, will you?
Oh, no, wait a minute. Now I want to come on stage, and I always want to do Neil Diamond with you, and you're like, oh, you can't sing that one. You can't sing that one.
Well, that's because you pick these lame Neil Diamond songs.
Excuse me.
Like Sweet Caroline.
Oh, Emily's losing us already. All right. Well, Emily, thanks for joining in. And you can always catch the whole show. We're right here on Facebook and YouTube. It'll be recorded. So thanks for joining us, darling. It's good to see you. All right. So yeah, maybe I'll do Neil Diamond sometime. I'll have to do that jazz singer pose that he does.
I don't know. You know that picture of him on Hot August Night?
Yeah.
That's a great shot, man.
Oh, that is a good shot. That would be a good one to work from.
Yeah, it is.
All right, maybe I'll do Neil Diamond. I love Neil Diamond. I'll have to do it.
Yeah, and it's perfect for it's the perfect size for what you do.
All right, Tim Roberto, a friend of mine, Tim, is saying let's auction off these things at Stomping Out the Stigma, 1 mile at a time. My friend Tim, who works out at Mandela, but he works in the treatment industry with you and I, Gary. And on his birthday, he's having a fundraising walk for One Brother, One Sister, where people will get together and walk. And when they get to the end of the walk, I think it's going to be at Quiet Waters Park is where we're ending it somewhere. I think that's it. I'm going to have the DJ stuff set up. We're going to have music and food and just have a great time.
Oh, so
cool. I'll let you know when it is. So if you're free, you're not out with the bands, you can swing by.
Love to be there. Did you say Quiet Waters?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, that's across the street.
I know. You can walk there from here, from there.
Yep. Tammy and I used to drive my motorcycle around there because she didn't like to go out in the street on the back of my bike, but she would love to go through Quiet Waters Park because nobody could hit me.
Oh, wait. Deerfield Beach Women's Club. I was close, wasn't I? Not even close. I wasn't even in the right town.
Okay.
Sorry, Tim. I guess I should read the memos that go through the office every once in a while. Totally screwed that up.
Let me ask you something real quick. Will you only do rock stars?
No.
Or because Jill is asking if you would, she wants to commission you to paint her dad for her mom.
I would certainly give it a shot. I can't guarantee. I mean, if you like the way Gary came out, that's about my speed. I don't do real portraits. I do pop art stuff. It's a representation of the person. I'd certainly give it a shot. A lot of people are asking me why I don't do the Beatles, because obviously I'm a huge Beatles fan and I love John Lennon.
Yeah,
Why
I was
don't I do
wondering why
the
you didn't do Lennon.
Well, it's because it's like when I do John Lennon, I want to make sure I really got my craft down. Because to me, that's like the ultimate. To get the right Lennon picture is like the ultimate thing.
Well, if you want to experiment, do Ringo.
You go, I'm gonna
Oh my God, I can't believe I said that.
I'm gonna need much more flesh tone for the nose.
Do Pete Best.
I couldn't no Pete Best, yeah. So pretty much a stranger that nobody's ever seen. Just I can do a stick figure. Say, hey, that's Pete
like
Best. That's Pete at his best. All right. So anyway,
and don't forget, as we're talking about art, there's always Polly who has this incredible Edie Polly.
Oh yeah,
Edie Polly,
absolutely.
who also has this incredible new technique of painting.
I should get some pictures of that and share it on the show next time because it's very, with Edie, I'm thinking it's very South Florida, very Miami, very bold colors and big statements with her art. It's very, very cool. And if you're into something that's really going to light up a space, that's the kind of art. It's incredible. So, And Edie knows I love her. And we even talked about possibly maybe sometime down the road doing a collaboration where maybe I'll do a piece of the art, hand it off to her, and she can do the rest, and we can kind of put it together into one painting. That'd be kind of fun. That'd be kind of fun. All right.
So what do we got here?
So we're going to do a little music trivia. We want everybody to play along, have some fun with us. Why? Because it's Monday, and you got to all give yourselves a little pat on the back that you survived another Monday, and let's just have some fun.
Are we starting with music trivia?
And by the way, if you're depressed by Mondays, I want you to think about something. If you count a 7-year period, you will have spent 1 full year of that 7 years on a Monday. So think about that. One Monday being 1 year long. That's just the math. Okay.
That should have come at the end of the show.
Yeah. That's yeah. Okay, so what was Freddie Mercury's real name?
Freddie Fredruk or what was it?
No, I'm asking you. You don't get to ask me. I don't get to say a trivia question. You say, okay, what was it?
Wow, it was something funky. Freddie. It began with an F, didn't it?
Right. His first name was
Fredruk. Farouk.
Or Farouk. But what was his last name? When I say it, you're going to be like, oh man.
Pluto. Tuna.
Yeah, Pluto, just one planet over. It was
Farouk. No, I don't remember.
It was Farouk Earth. No, it was Balsara.
Oh,
Farouk Balsara.
Oh, okay. That's not that.
Okay.
And what ethnicity was he?
I'm sorry.
Ethnicity.
Everybody wants to hear you say that word one more time.
Ethnicity. Ethnicity. Certain words that I can't pronounce.
I got you. Ethnicity. Okay.
Ethnicity.
What ethnicity was he? He was
what are you reading? What are you reading?
It is Middle Eastern. But Indian. I can't think of specifically what it was.
Yes, he was in India.
I don't know if it was Pakistani or I'm not sure what it was, but I'm sure some other people out there know. All right. Go ahead. You got one for me?
Yeah, and guys, if you have questions,
or if ask us
stump
trivia.
us. Yeah, we'll read you. Stump us. Okay.
I'm pointing like they know what I'm pointing at. I'm pointing at where we see their stuff. So please.
Who thought of the name Led Zeppelin?
Oh. Wait, I got that here somewhere. Actually, wasn't it inspired by a couple of guys from The Who?
Yeah.
But I don't
know
who
the story behind it.
No, I have no clue.
Well, they were Keith Moon was supposed to be the original drummer, and he was telling him. Jimmy Page was telling him about it. Yep. And Keith Moon said, "Well, this band should go up like a lead balloon." And
I remember hearing something like, "Yeah."
Oh,
so they went from. So why didn't they just go with lead balloon? Because Zeppelin sounds cooler.
Zeppelin sounds cooler, doesn't it?
And nobody knows how to spell Zeppelin. Everybody knows
I know.
how.
And people pronounce it that way too. Zeppelin.
Yeah, Zeppelin, and they spell lead, Lead.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
no,
It's like
no.
Def Leppard. They spelt their name because of how Led Zeppelin spelt their name.
Karen kicked in and let us know that Freddie Mercury was born in Zanzibar.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a great place.
There you go. That's right.
Man, I want to be from Zanzibar.
Too late.
I live in Davie.
It's too
There's
late.
no flavor to that name.
It
Where do
is
you
too
live?
late.
Where do you live? Davie. It's like right down the street from Bob and Mark.
Davey.
Davie. The hell. I live in a monkey's thing. All right. Okay. Let me see. A simple one. Who was the lead singer of Genesis before Phil Collins?
Oh, come on. That was Peter Gabriel. You got nothing better than that.
I got a lot better than that, but I'm just trying to ease you in before I hurt you.
Don't ease me in. That's child's play. What were the names of name all the singers in Black Sabbath?
Oh, there was Ozzy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only one I know. I don't know
Ronnie
any.
James Dio.
Oh,
Ronnie James Dio, baby.
I didn't know.
Yep.
Because he had his own career after that.
Yeah.
And I just knew him from that career. I never even put the two and two together there.
Yeah, he was also in Richie Blackmore's Rainbow, and yeah, Dio was a singer for Black Sabbath right after when they came back, their big comeback.
All right, I got one for you.
Okay.
Paul McCartney credits one artist with being his inspiration. Who was that artist?
Oh, Buddy Holly.
Good guess. I mean, completely wrong, but good guess.
Give me another guess then.
I'll give you another guess.
Carl Perkins.
Closer. Much closer. You're in the same area. I'll give you one more guess.
All right, one more guess. What's that guy from the Traveling Wilburys?
Just don't get all tutti frutti on me about this.
Who was the guy in Traveling? Why can't I think of his name?
Roy Orbison?
Yeah.
No.
All
Little
right.
Richard.
Little Richard.
That's why I said don't get tutti frutti about this.
Oh, I know you're giving me a hint.
I was trying to
remember.
give you a hint.
They were
that
interviewing.
flew like a lead balloon.
Hey, that's a good name for a band. I saw an interview with Little Richard, and Little Richard goes, "Yeah, that's right. Paul McCartney would come up to me and he said, listen, how do you do that scream that you do at the end?" And I went, "Whoo," and Paul went, "Whoo," and I said, "No, Paul, it's like, whoo," and Paul went, "Whoo," and he went, I said, "No, Paul, it's like this, whoo," and Paul went, "Whoo," and I go, "That's right." That was Little Richard.
I would love to see that interview.
That was great.
Would love to see that interview.
He was great.
All right.
Okay. Who was?
You mentioned the Traveling Wilburys a moment ago.
Yeah.
And one of my questions was who was in the Traveling Wilburys?
Oh, okay. Roy Orbison. I'll start with that one. Jeff Lynne.
Yeah.
George Harrison, Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, and Jim.
No, that's it.
Well, the drummer was Jim. This guy always plays with the Beatles.
The drummer.
There was a drummer. Yeah, Jim. The guy that played in Bangladesh. Jim,
he was not credited with being in the band.
No, he wasn't.
Okay, well, you can't just name people.
Well, he was. There's a drummer in the band.
Billy Breyer says he thinks he's getting addicted to this show. All right,
Gary Glauber.
Billy, if you need help, call Karen at 7.
That's right, Billy. We can help you. Gary Glauber is on. Now, you were talking about Paul McCartney being an influence. My childhood influence in music is Gary Glauber.
Awesome.
Jim Keltner. Thank you, Gary. Gary Glauber was my best friend in school when I was a kid. And, you know, I haven't talked to him in the longest time. Gary, you have always been my hero.
Wow.
And he taught me harmonies. He taught me guitar. He was great. Gary Glauber taught me songwriting. I wrote my first couple of songs with Gary Glauber. Gary
says right back at you.
Well, cool. That means the world to me.
And
Gary
this means a
Glauber.
lot to me, Gary. You have no idea. Gary Glauber, not Gary Wayne.
Glauber.
Gary, what? Glauber?
Gary Ira Glauber.
Glauber.
Gig. How perfect is that? His initials are Gig.
Well, listen, Gig. I appreciate this because now I know who to blame when I have to deal with Gary. When I have to look around and it's like, because I'm just tired of blaming his mom for everything. So now I got somebody else. This is great.
Hey, let me tell you something. The man and the poetry books he writes are really good. I've gotten a couple of them, and he is truly my hero. He is truly one of my true heroes. So
Awesome.
Thank you for joining us, Gary. Thank you for joining us. I hope to see you someday soon.
Come on, folks, bring us some trivia. Try to stump us. Gary, what do you
got? Who was the first band ever to advertise a new album on a Billboard?
Oh.
Jill's initials are Jam. You know what my initials are? GWZ. If you go with Zeiderman, it's G Whiz.
Mine is SAG, or SAJ. We mean G. I don't have a G.
Absolutely
SAJ,
nothing.
Which is nothing. But Jam, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Jill is the Jam. All right.
Listen,
Billboard, I would say, let me go with the Rolling Stones.
No. It's the Doors. The Doors.
The Doors?
The Doors were the first band to ever have a Billboard advertisement for their first album on Hollywood Boulevard.
I wouldn't picture them falling into all of that advertising stuff and everything else. I wouldn't picture that.
A first album,
That's
first album
crazy.
you do what the record company tells you to do.
That's crazy. The Doors, by the way. There you go. There's the Doors.
There's Jim.
There's Jim.
Gesundheit is what I heard. Because it's what I heard.
Gesundheit is what I heard, Gary.
Billy's going to be working on some originals with me. All right. Anyway, moving on.
Okay. Who was the first woman inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Aretha Franklin.
Oh, how'd you know that? Is it one of your questions?
No.
That's number 4 on my list.
We
got different stuff.
No.
All right.
No, that one. That's
you know.
That's
okay.
Yeah, Aretha Franklin, first one. Okay. This seems like a very odd trivia question, but I looked this up during my research for the show. And before Neil Young joined Crosby, Stills, and Nash, which group did he try to join? And for some reason, this answer is just stupid. The Beatles and Eric Clapton. I mean, who else would? I mean,
Neil Young tried to join the Beatles.
Tried to join the Beatles.
Oh yeah.
You know who Stephen Stills tried to join?
Only because they need somebody who sings a little worse than Ringo.
Yeah. I know.
I like Neil Young, but the Beatles. Here, I'll give you a Beatles trivia. Paul McCartney and John Lennon wrote what song for the Rolling Stones?
Oh,
damn!
I Want to Be Your Man.
Yes, you do. You do know it. Hey, Edie's with us. Hi, Edie. We were talking about you. Love you, darling.
The question slipped through the cracks, and Gary pulled it out. Stephen Stills auditioned for the Monkees.
That's right. Gary, you pulled that. Do you just say you pulled that out of your crack? What?
I'm sorry. The question slipped through the cracks.
Slipped through the cracks. Okay.
You didn't even acknowledge it, and Gary picked it up.
I didn't acknowledge that you did. Stephen Stills auditioned to be a monkey. That is correct.
Let me just say this real quick while we can. If anybody gets the opportunity, go on Amazon and look up the poetry books of Gary Glauber. Okay, he's got a lot of poetry books, and they're on Amazon. So look up Gary Glauber poetry books, or any books. He also wrote short stories. I remember short stories that he wrote in school. But I just want to mention that. Okay,
I have a book of poetry myself. It starts out there. Once was a man from Nantucket.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, as we move on. Okay, moving on.
Tim Roberto sends us a question. This is good.
Oh wait. Who is Humble Pie's guitarist and vocalist? Let me just get one of
Humble Pie's guitarist and vocalist.
Okay. Well, we got Steve Marriott. Who else? You got one?
I don't have one.
Peter Frampton.
Ooh, Tim, is he right? Was it Peter Frampton and who's the other one?
It's all right, Tim. You don't have to answer. I know I'm right. You don't have to answer. It's okay. I know I'm right.
I gotta get you together with Tim Roberto. He's a great guy. Just
Okay,
he's
I'm
like
sorry.
you. He's one of those guys everybody loves. Everybody loves him, just like you, Gary. Okay.
Go ahead. What was your question? I'm sorry to cut you off. Oh, go ahead.
What legendary vocalist, other legendary vocalist, is cousin of Whitney Houston? Do you know who Whitney Houston's cousin is?
Whitney Houston's cousin.
And the legendary vocalist.
Legendary vocalist. Dionne Warwick.
Yes. Damn. All right, let me
I
distract
like
everybody
game.
from the fact that you're getting stuff right. Hi, Gary. You rock. Whatever you do. Lisa Burns joining us.
Thank you, Lisa.
Lisa, I couldn't agree with you more, but I'm hating them right now for knowing that.
Janet, I'm sorry you're a little late. Therese, you're a little late. Jill, you're a little late. I got them in.
Oh, hi, Therese.
But I'm glad that you guys are playing. I am glad that you're there and you're playing.
Everybody knows this.
Okay, you got any more?
Oh, Tim Roberto's throwing one at us again. Another one.
Who founded Cream?
Who founded Cream? Wasn't that
Elsie the Cow? Thank you.
It took a minute. It was good. It was so good. It was. I did a Gary. It flew around before it landed. Then it hit me, and I'm like, Cream. Well, I guess it wasn't Clapton who founded it. I don't know who would have founded it.
Well, Jill says
I didn't know it was lost. I didn't know it needed to be founded. But I was saying Clapton, and so was Jill Hickey. So I think we're going to go with Clapton.
Yeah, Clapton said that's what Jill said. Yeah.
Tim's saying you're good.
Who's Billy's favorite rock duo? Billy who? Which your Billy? You Billy?
Simon and Garfunkel
is Us.
The Thompson Twins. Wait, no, Milli
They're
Vanilli.
Not a duo.
Milli Vanilli.
The Einsteins of music.
Oh, we missed this one totally. Cream was founded by Baker.
They were the members of Deep
Ginger
Purple.
Baker.
Who was the members of Deep Purple? Billy's favorite rock and roll band. They were the members of Deep Purple.
I don't know.
I got a lot. Oh, who are the members of Deep Purple, or who were?
He just says they were the members of Deep Purple.
Yeah, Jesus, Billy, come on.
I'm sorry, this is Jeopardy. You have to phrase your questions in the form of a question.
They were the members of. Oh, I see that. So I would have to say who was Roger Glover, Richie Blackmore, Ian Pace, John Lord, and Ian Gillan. That's how I would have to answer that question. Who found Pearl?
What
good.
found Pearl? Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean. He found the pearl, the black pearl. It was his boat. He found it.
That's right.
Thank you. Moving on.
Coverdale and Hughes. Oh yeah, but you got Ian Gillan too. Oh well, they needed Deep Purple needed two singers to take the place of Ian Gillan.
So Frank is saying depends on the lineup. I guess he's answering about who found Pearl.
Hey, Frank Durso.
Pearl.
It's a good drummer there.
All right.
Who was the lead singer of Slade?
I never even heard of Slade.
I never heard of Slade either.
Are you sure it's not Sade?
So I
Which
guess
the lead singer would be Sade?
Yeah, maybe he made a mistake and hit that E down. All right, you got another question?
Yeah. Let me hit you with another one. I can't say this one. What singer was born Georgios Kararakos Paniloutou?
You need to. No. You can't ask a question when you can't.
I know. That's actually George Michael's name. I mean, look at it. It's terrible. Holy cow. I'm not even going to go there. Okay.
You should just say, what was George Michael's real name? That would be the way to go there, Junior.
Okay.
Cat Stevens.
Cat Stevens.
Actually, you would have to say, what name does Cat Stevens now have? Is it Yusuf, isn't it? Name the style of singing of Pearl Bailey. I would say that's
Pearl Bailey would be
blues.
It would be rhythm and blues.
I'd say blues.
Maybe She didn't really do any scat or anything like that, like, you know, like jazz. But I think it'd probably be blues. I would say that.
Yeah, I would say
Or
blues.
as Edie says, news, instead of
News.
blues. The lose.
The lose.
Blues. She corrected. Okay. Name the one-hit wonder who did my favorite song, Barbie Girl.
Oh, why?
Why what?
That's not a trivia question. That's a stupid question.
It's a trivia question. Name the band that did the song Barbie Girl, which is one of my favorite songs ever because it's so much fun. Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Listen, you know, we do have people in the tens listening to us right now, and I would not announce the fact that Barbie Girl is your favorite song.
It's not my favorite song ever. It's just one of the songs that makes me happy.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't know. I don't know. And as a matter of fact, I saw it recently.
I got you. Because you still use my playlist sometimes, don't you?
Yeah. Yep. Good classic rock question, though.
Yes. Aqua.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Believe it or not, one hit wonder. I know it's a shocker. Okay. Oh, Fran. Fran.
Yeah, Fran.
I'm sorry, pal. Listen, Barbie Girl, it's just one of those songs that makes me happy because it reminds me of my childhood at the skating rink. And I think it was, I don't know. I'm not sure what it was. Yeah, I know. Jill.
Yeah, you see that?
Jill's like Barbie Girl. Everybody's questioning me now. It's just, next time you listen to the song, if anybody will ever do that, it's just it's a funny song, but it reminds me of something from my childhood, and I don't even know what it was. Maybe I got lucky under the coats at the skating rink in the back. I don't know what it was, but it just made me happy. All right. Gary, got any more questions for us?
No, I actually, I had so many that, I ran out. Like, what was here's one for you. What was the record company that Brian Epstein worked for before he
Apple?
Before he got into the Beatles? What was the record company that he worked for? I would expect you to know this. Come on, guys. I'm looking.
Record company. Columbia. I don't know.
No, NIMS. They sold records. It's a department store.
Oh,
well, he was part of the record. NIMS.
You say record company, and everybody's thinking, I'm thinking like Columbia, RCA Records, or something like that.
Did you know NIMS?
Who? Anybody?
No, I'm talking about you. Did you know NIMS?
No, I've never heard of NIMS.
NIMS. That's where Brian Epstein worked before he got the Beatles.
Remember, you're older than me.
Oh, if you would watch. All right, listen. I do have a bunch of other questions, but they're all Monty Python trivia. So you would fail miserably on that.
Okay. All right.
So let's go. Well, pretty soon I got to go because I have a rehearsal with Jody. I think
it's time for some curiosities. What do you think?
That's where I was going.
You think it's time?
That's where I was going.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time now for Scott's. As soon as I find the button. Oh, it's time now for Scott's Curiosities. Gary, you got your rabbit on the who is that?
Who is that?
Is that Hopalong Hopalong Cassidy?
No, it's Ricochet Rabbit and Droop Along.
Ricochet Rabbit.
Yeah, Ricochet
and Minute
Rabbit.
Mouse, right?
No, and Droop Along.
And Droop Along.
No, Courageous Cat was with Minute Mouse.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
So today's for Scott's Curiosities. We're doing something a little bit different here, folks. These are words see, I started thinking about words that we need in the English language. These are things that we all do and things, but we don't have words for them. So my
this is
first
interesting.
word that we need in the English language is chair-de-robe.
What is that?
Chair-de-robe. Chair-de-robe. It's like wardrobe, but chair-de-robe. And that's for all the clothes that you stack on your chair in your corner of your room. That is your chair-de-robe.
Chair-de-robe. Okay.
You know?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'll go for that. Okay.
Okay. Textpectation.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wait a minute. Textpectation is when you're waiting for a reply from a text you made.
Exactly.
All right.
And we all have extreme textpectations. Okay.
Exactly.
Especially when you have like serious texting going on and then they stop texting, you have textpectation.
Textpectation. That's very good.
Okay.
That's
I think we need a new term for somebody who asks too many dumb questions. We're going to call them an ask hole. Ask hole.
Ask hole. Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I know a bunch of ask holes.
Ask
right.
hole.
I think anybody, since we do this show to keep people from for opening people's eyes who have addictions, and we do this show to open up the eyes of people who are trying to get sober and they need the help, and the fact that we want people to thrive and join ATC and become an interventionist. Don't be an ask hole. Don't worry about being an ask hole. You can ask as many questions as you want. If you have an addiction, you give us a call. We will help you. Ask as many questions as you want. Don't be an ask hole. You won't be an ask hole.
You took the long drive around the park to get to that destination. Let me tell you,
it was.
We went for a bit of a ride on that one. Okay, how about how when somebody tells you something you learn, it's enlightening, right? It's enlightening when you learn something. So we need a word now, unlightening. When you hear something, it makes you feel stupider for listening to it. Probably this show.
I was going to just say that's very unlightening.
Unlightening.
That
it's
is
like
very unlightening.
When you learn something, it makes you dumber.
How about if you learn something that was enlightening, but you forget it?
Oh, okay.
I used to know that, but it's a little unlightening now.
That's right. That's right. How about when you pay attention to where people go so you can avoid them? Whereas like with stalking, you watch where people go so you can watch them, or you pay attention to where they go so you watch them. But this is anti-stalking. We need anti-stalking. This is when I figure out where people are going to be so I won't be there. Anti-stalking. We need that. A mantrum, when a grown man acts like a child. He's throwing a mantrum, not a tantrum, a mantrum.
Okay.
Someone who makes a lot of mistakes should be an errorist. We've got terrorist and errorist.
Errorist. It's
an errorist
who keeps messing up. It's an errorist.
An errorist, yeah.
But if he messes up doing something against the government,
he's an errorist. Then you're an errorist terrorist.
Those are people in jail.
Dyskinesia.
Oh, okay. That's where you forget where you're going.
No, it's where you get where you're going, but forgot why you went there. You get dyskinesia.
From going into another room.
Yes, I've reached my destination. I have no idea why I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, that's very good. Dyskinesia. Okay.
Selfish, but CELL fish, like a cell phone. Selfish. It's for people who use speakerphones in restaurants and in stores where you have to listen to their conversations. They're being selfish.
Okay.
I think it's important to have that one.
Okay.
I think it's important to have that
good.
one.
That works. That works. For me.
A textrovert is somebody who would rather text you than talk to you because they're introverted, but they're a textrovert. You know. All right. Anyway, moving on.
No, that's okay.
Extrovert.
That I understand. I understand that. Frank Durso knew that was Ricochet Rabbit on my shirt. Go ahead.
Okay. Therese likes Mantram. She'll go with that one. Okay. This one. Deja.
That's because she lived through them.
Oh.
Boom. Okay.
I rarely threw Mantrams.
Okay. I've never seen one.
No, that's bro time. We don't do that. Deja brew. Deja brew. That's when you slowly start to remember what you did when you were drinking. Oh, I'm having deja brew.
I was here before. I know. I was here before. Right. Okay.
And my final one. This is my favorite. You know that euphoric feeling you get at the end of the day when you crawl into bed and your head hits the pillow and it just feels so good?
Uh-huh.
That's called a bedgasm. we just crawl into bed and your whole body goes, yes! So those are my curiosities, words that we do need. And I anxiously await with texpectation to hear your responses to it.
Expectations. That's right.
Texpectations.
So we are on again not next Monday, but the Monday after that.
Which will be.
If you guys start telling people, then maybe we can get this on every week and make it, really worth, get it going into the hundreds and into the thousands. Let's push Live Out Loud podcast. We want to get people sober.
Yeah, just if you like the show, we appreciate your support, all of you. Everyone who's been joining in. Jill wants more trivia.
Yeah, Jill, next Monday when we come on, we're going to do movie trivia. We got a bunch of those. We'll do movie trivia, but I have a rehearsal with Jody that I got to get to.
All right, so you got to go. We've got to wrap up the show. Hopefully your rehearsal's not far away.
No, it's Marquee.
So we want to thank everybody again, everyone for joining in. I can't even mention all of your names. There's so many of you. But thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back on the 14th at 7 o'clock, Monday night, the 14th. But that's Gary's absolutely right. Help us with this show. If we get more people watching, we'll be able to dedicate more time to it when we have the weekly show. And then who knows what we could do beyond that. But it's all about you guys sharing it. It's all about you guys enjoying it and talking about it. And we really do appreciate it. We love each and every one of you. And once again, if you know somebody who's got problems or is suffering, please help them any way you can. Gary, any final thoughts?
Gary just said, thanks for the fun, guys. Gary, thanks for all the inspiration. I can't say that enough. And if you join us again in 2 weeks, I won't be consistently telling you that. And because I know people get a little, Diane's joining us at the end of the show. No, I guess she saw the show. She was just staying quiet. Billy, do you know the number one?
All right, this is the last America one. Do you know?
It was after the Beatles broke up. The number one band in America. What was
after the Beatles broke up? Who was the number one band? Is that what they're asking? Beatles broke up what year, Gary?
69.
69. So it would have been 69 to 70.
Did you tune in?
Possibly the Stones.
I didn't see you. Come here. Tammy's here. She just got done painting.
I didn't get done. I just wanted to say goodbye before you leave.
There we go. Thank you.
I think
the Stones.
I think it was the Stones.
Jill says the Stones. David says Wings. Billy says Three Dog Night. Three Dog Night.
And Jill said Zeppelin. Jill went with Zeppelin. We got all sorts of different choices here. David, Wings didn't take root for a couple of years after they broke up.
Yeah, and Zeppelin just started.
That was late 70s when they were doing it.
Yeah, Zeppelin just started in 69.
Three Dog Night.
Hi, Jill.
Three Dog Night.
Three Dog Night.
All right.
Wow. Yeah, I believe it. Great band.
That's a great question. Guys, every week we'll have time for trivia, so save up your trivia questions, and we will do anything to do with entertainment or meteorological sciences. We will answer any questions, okay? And if we don't know it, we're just going to make it up. Gary.
A lot of great people on today. We got Janet, Jill, Billy, David. I got to go through the list, but everybody who joined us today, we really appreciate it. Tim,
Therese,
Diane,
Sandy, Karen. It goes on and on.
I was saying if Gary is still on, that I won't be. What's the expression? Pissing up your leg or something like that when you're just consistently telling everybody. I know it gets uncomfortable when people keep going, oh, you were great, you were wonderful, you were this, you were that, you were that. But I had to. Yeah.
I think the psychological technical term for that is ass kissing.
Yeah, well, but I don't want to. I haven't heard from him in so long. It was just so great to.
That's terrific
to see his name pop up there.
All right.
Anyway.
So Karen's been watching us all on YouTube. Remember, you can watch us on YouTube. You can watch us out anywhere. Share with your friends. Let them know that on the 14th we'll be back. But for now, we got to run. Gary's got to go play some music, and I've got to go paint. I got to finish my Stevie Nicks portrait. And
Heidi was on. Heidi, were you on the whole night? She just come on. Heidi,
she said fun night.
A school, an old school friend.
Gary, I hope she was on all night because if she's coming in and just joining us and saying she had a fun night without listening to us, that's not what we want to hear.
She probably heard those funky words that you were saying.
Hey, there we go. There we go. Okay, Karen Hirsch. Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of
See,
people.
Gary knows Heidi. Okay, yeah, I got a rehearsal I got to go to. I got 3 minutes to get there.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Yeah, you didn't notice the new hair, huh?
Scott, you didn't notice?
Yeah, I did notice. I said something.
Oh, did you?
Remember I said you look like Ozzy?
Oh, that's right. He did. He said I look like Ozzy.
It looks good.
You know what it is? This is the way my hair really used to be.
Say goodnight, Ozzy.
All right, Scott. Everybody, thank you.
In the immortal words of Ozzy Osbourne, Sharon! All right. All right. I want to thank everybody for joining us. For now, I'm Scott.
Hey, Heidi says, sorry I came late, but it was fun. Well, it doesn't matter. You came late. You were here. You got to see the show. We'll be on again next Monday. That was Scott. I'm Gary. Oh, no, the next Monday. See, when Tammy's here, I get corrected. Say it again, Scott.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll catch you on the 14th. Until then, make sure you comment on our Facebook page. Join it, share it. For now, I'm Scott.
I'm Gary.
We'll catch you next time. God bless you guys. Love you.
Be nice to people.